Ruka, they have, like, obviously you're here also with Hobo with a Shotgun. He was talking about the sci-fi films and things like that don't excite him as much as this, but, you know, notoriously involved with Blade Runner. I'm sure not a day goes by when someone doesn't, you know, mention it. And then also, of course, Batman, and now you've got the right Hobo with a Shotgun and this film all this year.
Yeah.
Is it interesting for you being able to do a piece like this and have
Sin
more
City
control?
also, no? Very graphic Sin City.
Yeah, Sin City and stuff. Where you get more of an opportunity to invest in the production in this sort of thing.
You know, my life is and my work. I find it so. It gives me so much joy, and I just play. I'm a kid, and I use as much as my talent that I can bring to it, because that just has to kind of happen. And I take my course from a director who gives me a course, and then I think depending on who it is, I kind of psych into the concept and want to disappear in it. That's really, you know, if you can say that. Yeah. I don't want you to feel me. I just want to be part of the story that flows. That's and I'm very good at up front feeling where the river goes, you know. And then and it's cut up, as you know. But for this was 3 days of work, very intense, and we had great lunches and talks, and then we started to. I really, really love the thing that you make a little box from what is wanted that is just enough, but enough, and not more, because I want the audience to be able to take it and go, yes, okay. So, you know, it's like open. I wanted to be open and I wanted to flow. That's really all I want to do. And it goes for all the films. And the other thing is, and I know this sounds funny, but nobody ever asked you this question. I'm fascinated by the fact that we make movies that show all kinds of things, and you know, it becomes sort of like a story, and then, but in my heart, I feel that the story that we're really trying to show is not what we photograph. And somehow, that chills me. And I've been in films that were like that the story is like like a fucking cloud around the frame, and it's not the frame. The frame just goes, let me point you somewhere, And I mean, the Hobo with a Shotgun is like it's like an angry burst of lightning in Grand Guignol and Cirque du Soleil with no budget. And the wallpaper of the sets were this thin. You couldn't even breathe, you know. They were so cheap. And I ruined a few, you know, by just, my steps were too heavy and the ceiling would come down. I mean, it's so funny. I mean, yeah, so the joy that I get from doing it, and then the joy from it landing, you know, with an audience that really understands it, that's amazing. And then over time, you know, Blade Runner being the pearl, you know, in my crown that was so underrated and then misunderstood, that it has a long life because the other half of people went, no, you know, you got it wrong. And it's like, it is a movie that has survived because of the audience's power. And of course, you know, a bunch of key people who went, yes, let's just save this. This is great. And the whole story of Blade Runner is so full, and there's so much blood in it, you know, that it's the irony that this movie, because it was delayed and refused and underrated, got a chance to be, after 25 years still being around, to be updated and be upgraded. And now it's like the same movie but better than the original. The fuck, you know? I mean, it's delicious. So there's like energy I give to it, and I get 10 times energy back. That's what I heard musicians say when they play. They go like, and then it comes back 10 times. So you're feeding them and you're feeding yourself, and it just keeps burning, basically.